Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Manga Plays Minecraft, and today we are starting off in our Farmville area, and as you've guessed by the title of the video, I'm moving. So I kind of was working on the pumpkin farm, and as you can see it's actually starting to get a little big. So I think we're up to like 6 floors now, I think. So I've changed this thing out here to melons because you can make a melon farm, but the as far as I'm aware, like every method of harvesting melons basically results in you ended up with the melon slices, and you can't trade those with farmers. So the only thing that you can kind of do is I've got silk touch on my axe, and I just like run up and down here and just chop the melons by hand. It doesn't take very long. But I AFK'd overnight, and I've been working on this a lot today. So as you can see, I think when I come back from last night, this chest was pretty much full. And yeah, there's been a lot of to and fro-ing, so it's probably done like that bit. But I have been doing a lot of backwards and forwards through the nether because I am in the process of moving my base. So the pumpkin farm has kind of got to the point where I ran out of what's the word? The observers and pistons and stuff. And I was kind of getting a bit tired of going backwards and forwards, and I thought, well, hang on a minute. You know, my pumpkin farm's going to be here. My villager traders is going to be here. Why am I going backwards and forwards to the other thing? Obviously, everybody else is, you know, starting to spread out and things. And I thought, you know what? No, I'm going to claim this area. This is now mine. It belongs to me and everything in it. So this is now the start of my Manga Mad Industries empire. So we are going to be, you know, dealing with food, and we're going to be dealing with books and all of that good stuff. So obviously these houses, the other houses are kind of, so this is kind of where I'm sleeping right now. This is my little sort of gazebo under the stars, if you will, and I've got kind of a little work bay area sort of over here, and these chests are pretty much all empty, so, well, apart from the books and some food, but for the most part they're pretty much empty. And yeah, so what we've been doing is, you know, remember this structure where we ripped out that old pumpkin farm? It's been repurposed into my storage facility. Now, it isn't fancy. There isn't any water, you know, water storage things in there. But yeah, so basically we'll go through there and show you in a minute. I've been working my way through and just transferring. And of course, we haven't got to the Ender Dragon yet. We haven't got to the end cities yet. So there's no shulker boxes. There's no Elytra. There's no, you know, there's none of that sort of thing going on. So I am literally having to cart my stuff over here through the nether, which is like I think it takes like about a minute and a half by rail. And yeah, I'm having to do it all by hand. So at this moment in time, we are just in the process of moving stuff. So I'm adding chests and things. I sort of built a massive load, made a massive load to start, to basically sort of give myself something to work from, and did like most of the stuff by memory as to, you know, all the different products and everything else, and I'm just adding stuff as I go. So there's some more fences. I think that's it. So that's acacia. So you can see I'm just working along. So the top floor is kind of what I'm expecting sort of to be like the more popular stuff. So all of the wood things are up here, and I don't know why I just did that. And you know, so we've got, you know, like sticks and tree saplings, leaves, torches. I try and keep everything together, and that will kind of sort of become apparent. It kind of goes a little bit wonky downstairs, but anyway. So this middle row of chests here is reserved for dirt. All of this road is here is reserved for cobblestone, apart from here, which we're going to have like cobblestone stairs and stuff. And then we've got like iron products. So like the iron bars can go in there. And I think that's it. So yeah, we've got coal, we've got dark emeralds, we've got slime, nether quartz, glowstone, magma creamizer vendors, ghost gas tears, prismarine crystals and stuff is up there, and if we go down onto the second floor, and we've put some crafting tables in there just to be easy. So we've got like the sort of like common mineable stuff like the granite and the diorite. Then we've got stone and the stone products, like there will be stairs and stuff. Then smooth stone, stone bricks, cut stone, gravel, sand, glass blocks, glass panes, ice, magma, and soul sand, which I actually do have on me, so we can dump those in there. And then if we go around this side, this is like the redstone bit. So all the dust, the comparators, pistons, sticky pistons, droppers, etc. are all going in there. And I think we are going to put tripwire hooks in there. I think they will reserve this, but that one will be hooks and levers and things. So yeah, we've got spare tools, weapons, misks, boats, because for some reason I'm always building boats. I don't know why. I never seem to have a boat when I need one. So misc is kind of like is going to be like zombie flesh and odd banners and just spider eyes. I know some of it is for brewing potions, but I haven't got that far yet. So rockets is going to be work. So we've got gunpowder tier. So this is kind of like all the weapon stuff. So flint and steel, arrows, bones, bone meal, and then dyes, leather, wool. And this one is I've done that wrong. So we'll take all this out. I'm not actually segregating stuff into color. What I'm actually planning on doing will probably involve maybe the dyes I'll split down into a couple extra chests, and we'll do it so that we've got like mostly the base product. So, and then we'll just make whatever color we happen to have, and then dump the rest in whatever. So, you know, so like down here, we've just made a start on, so I've got concrete powder, so these are the ones that are already made, and then we've got powdered concrete up there. So we'll just, you know, chuck the odd stuff in there. And obviously, as you can see, I've got room for expansion. I've got another bay down here, and then as we were digging down for this, we discovered we're sitting on top of kind of like a shaft, sort of like cave system. So, oh, no. Out. Begonst. So yeah, we haven't really, apart from like digging a bit out, obviously you can see the iron and all that stuff is in there, so we'll have to explore that later. So yeah, so at this moment in time, I'm not going to do a time-lapse thing. I've just lost gunpowder. Where is it? There it is. Because to be honest, it's literally just going to be me going backwards and forwards. And also I've made the staircase a little bit bigger, so, and you know, just, there was like a hole in the ground here. Obviously this is all going to get done. I've planted a few extra trees because it was starting to get a bit bare. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this area yet. I don't really know because I've got most of the farms, so there will be more automatic farms. So I need a cow, I need one for cows and stuff for leather and books and things. And I have got like that little hut over here I've kind of made, so like when I AFK'd overnight, as you can see, I've kind of blocked it all off, and this is kind of my little AFK hut for now, because I haven't really got anything else. So yeah, so the working stations, beds and stuff like that. So I've just realised I have completely forgot to start my top watch, so I have absolutely no idea how long I've been waffling on to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep going, and this video will probably take longer than usual because I'm not working on a specific project as such. We're just sort of like basically just at the minute I'm just concentrating on trying to get everything travelled backwards and forwards. Actually, we'll jump into the nether real quick, and then we'll go into the minecart, sorry, onto the rail system. So, yeah, so basically, where does that leave us with some of the other stuff? So, what I've decided is I'm not building the giant warehouse now, where I was going to build it before. That's kind of fallen behind the wayside. For the moment, I want to concentrate more on getting sort of like more farms and stuff like that and get all the enchanting. I want to get my enchanted bookshop up and running. And I need to... So basically I've torn all the chests out. I'm going to rip all the cobblestone out. So the plan for that, the sort of like castle area with the underground bit and the station, that is going to stay. But that is now going to be like a community server hub, if you will. So I'm leaving all of the chests, most of the chests, shall we say, in the warehouse. And I've changed it so that is now a community warehouse, so people can donate stuff to help new players as they join the server. The castle is going to stay, the farmhouse is staying with all the little farms that are there, purely just to give someone a base start of operations, so they can, you know, they can stay there till they get on their feet and decide where they want to build. And there'll be a ready access of store of food, ways to cook food, harvest food, etc. You know, the branch mine is there. Unfortunately, I can't move the skeleton farm, which is a little bit annoying because I kind of need it for my mending stuff, but that will kind of happen. So most of this is staying. I'm going to take the super smelter out because there's actually quite a bit of resources tied up in that. And obviously I've got to move my enchanted book workshop. The XP bank is going to stay. The mine is going to stay down there. I'm not going to rip all of that out. I'm going to leave all of this here. So this is going to be like a community crafting area for anyone that needs it. And yeah, so we're in the process. I'm not moving all of this dirt. That's all staying as is, like all the cobblestone. That can all stay there. So, but, you know, I'm going to move the andesite and the granite. As you can see, I'm kind of in the process of doing it. And the issue is I kind of made all of this stone, smooth stone, and there's like 3 chests of glass because I was anticipating needing it for the warehouse, which I now don't need right at this minute. So there may be some odd chests down at the bottom that might just be overflow for specific project builds or something. I don't know. So as you can see, I'm very slowly. I have been doing this since probably about 9:30 this morning. It's now 1:20. I dropped my daughter to school sort of 20 minutes ago. And yeah, so that is all I have been doing all morning. Well, in fairness, I had to dig out the warehouse and then do all the planks and do all the floors and put all the chests in. So that took up quite a chunk of time. But yeah, this is going to be, but with that, obviously shulker boxes, which would be really handy right now. Yeah, we're basically having to move every single one of these chests by hand. Luckily, a lot of them don't have a massive amount in, so it shouldn't take too long to move most of it. The ones that are going to take the time are going to be the enchanted bookshop, because that stuff doesn't stack. But yeah, all of that's full of glass. So yeah, yeah. So I suppose I better get to it, I guess. See you in a bit. Okay, so there's a ghast here somewhere. I mean, it's the nether. Obviously, there's a ghast, but there is specifically a ghast here, and he's taking pot shots at me. And I genuinely cannot fight. So even though I've got my render distance set to maximum, and I can see stuff over there, for some reason, the ghast isn't appearing. So he literally, I just travelled through here, and he took out this section of wall. So he's either like down here, or he's like over there somewhere. And like, you know, I can see Pigman down there, but I can't seem to find. It keeps crying every time I go past. And it's not usually a bit of a problem, but he's starting to take chunks out of my bridge, which is precarious enough without chunks disappearing out of it. And I can't find him anywhere. I mean, do they disappear? Do they vanish? Do they go invisible? I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to just keep going and hope he doesn't blow us up, because this journey's a pain in the butt enough without ghasts blowing up. I've already had to repair the railroad like 3 times today, because random chunks have been missing out of it, because they've obviously been blown up. I'm not entirely sure how, because there's only been me online all morning, mostly. And Ace, who was also on, isn't anywhere near me, so he wouldn't have set the ghast off. So the ghast hasn't shot at me, so I don't really understand why bits of my railway are missing. But there we go. Yeah, so yeah, weird. Do ghasts go invisible? I don't know. Tell me. Let me know down in the comments, please. Anybody? Help. Need info. And all of these people, I've got to enclose this subway line off. I've kind of got an idea what I want to do for the subway. I'm actually going to make a proper subway, like rail subway tunnel thing, and it's gonna not quite be the same path it's gonna go, and it's just gonna end up straight in the hub. And we need to rebuild the hub because, I mean, like, you know, most of it's okay, like the bricks are all right, but the yeah, the like that cobblestone bit over there to the desert biome is a bit eh. But it was kind of all done in a rush, and yeah, so that's another project as well that we need to do. Yeah, so next trip, I guess. Yay. Get off my train line! Ah! Seriously! Move! See, this is why we need to enclose the tunnel, because this is annoying. Pain in the... No, forwards. How do you... Why are we not... Can we just go forwards, please? How can I stop zombie pigmen spawning in here? If I make a tunnel, how do I stop them from spawning inside it? Because they keep spawning inside our nether hub, even though all the doors are locked, or all the doors are shut, and all of the, you know, it's well lit. Do they not... I mean, I appreciate that the nether is a lot brighter, so darkness isn't a factor. Do they just spawn randomly in the nether? Again, I don't know. But, yeah, that's getting really annoying. Really annoying. Okay, so I think I've worked out what's happening. These guys, they're train spotters. They gotta be. Like, they are literally always clustered around my railway and always looking at me when I'm sailing past. So yeah, pigmen are train spotters confirmed. Definitely. Gotta be. It's the only explanation. That bloody Ghasty's back again.
Oh yes, here you see the number 7, riding the Manga Man Industries line. There he goes.
That was my train spotter impression. I've been waiting for like 20 minutes to do that. Because, like, there have been none on the line at all for like 20 minutes. I got nothing. Okay, and this is the final load that I'm taking. So I'm leaving a couple of crates full of glass. That's some smooth stone. There's some cobblestone. There's a load of netherrack in there. There's some cobblestone stairs and stuff in there. There's a couple of crates of cobblestone, a couple of crates of dirt over here. But as you can see, everything else is now finally gone. I spent hours moving all of that. Now, obviously, if I really, really wish I had shulker boxes, because I literally could have done most of it in like 2 trips. But yeah, so that is the warehouse. Empty, it's clear. So I haven't spent the entire time doing it. So I've ripped out obviously all of the sort of like mini super smelter. The book workshop has gone from down there. These train lines are staying because there's a skeleton farm and the branch mine and all stuff is going down that way. I've left all this here for other people to use, and everything should be empty. Yes. Okay, cool. So yeah, this is the last trip. So I am not doing this anymore. I have literally spent hours upon hours upon hours doing this. We had a couple of little side projects. So Sapphire, who's also on the server, was streaming, playing Minecraft, and somebody mentioned something about going to see somebody else's base or go and do something. And he was like, I don't know, you know, I'll get lost. I always get lost. So I was like, well, if you tell me where you are, I'll build you another portal. And so, yeah, that, and it didn't help. I wrote the coordinates down wrong. I missed out the minus on the front of one of them, and I ended up going like 800 blocks in the wrong direction. So it took a little bit longer. So that probably took like an hour out, and I built this really shonky, shoddy, quick tunnel, because Sapphire and basically anything that can kill you doesn't mix. He dies an awful lot. So obviously there's lava and everything, gas everywhere. So I literally just like threw together a really quick tunnel that's really claustrophobic because it's only 2 blocks high. I did actually do like 2 blocks wide to give us a bit of room, but yeah, I've got to come back and revisit and rework all of these and get all of these done. But yeah, so we had that to do. So that sort of took out an hour. I had to dig out a little bit more of the reorganize the warehouse a little bit more. And in total, I think we killed 7 ghasts, and I had to repair the train line 4 times. And yeah, so I streamed this as the day of recording yesterday, so it would have been a Wednesday. And I did some other stuff on stream as well, because like streaming just me literally traveling up and down a rail system wouldn't have been that exciting, which is obviously why I've cut most of it out from the video, apart from a couple of bits. But yeah, I have travelled this route so many times now, I am sick of seeing. So I think the train tunnel will have to wait for a bit, because I really don't want to come back and come into the nether again for a while, if I can help it, because I'm really tired of travelling through this place. So we've got the last load of smooth stone that we're going to take, and I'll show you like the other stuff I was working on as well. So I do like, a certain amount of trips through, and then I do a little bit of work on something else, and then come back, do another couple of trips, and then go back, and so backwards and forwards. But I have literally done this journey so many times. The ghast doesn't appear to have come back, but another one has kind of appeared over this closer to the portal, but it can't see us, so I'm not overly worried. Yeah, we had I've dealt with 2 pillager raids in the meantime, and I didn't want to keep forgetting my inventory's full. Yeah, so we had 2 pillager raids, and one of which somehow manages to spawn right in my nether portal. So I was like running around for ages going, where the hell are these people that are raiding my village? I can't find them anywhere. And I came up here, and there was like one dude that was like stood like by the portal, like here, like looking at me. I was like, what are you doing over there? So I like knocked him, I hit him, and my sword's got knocked back on it, so it knocked him back into the portal. And then when I went through the portal, there was like 6 pillagers with crossbows waiting for me on the other side. So that was a bit of a hectic 5 minutes, trying to deal with that in a very enclosed space. And yeah, so I'm just going to quickly drop off this stone. So we have, I found my gold. I can't remember if I said to you guys or whether it was on stream, but I found my gold. Apparently it was in one of these chests. I apparently originally was going to put like iron and iron, gold and coal and stuff in these front ones until I changed my mind. But yeah, so that's what happened there. So smooth stone, we've used some out of that chest, and we can fill up that chest, and I should have oh okay, well in which case we'll just slap that in there for now, like that. Right, so that's all done. So my enchanted item, my enchanted bookshop is back up and running. So I've got all of the books that I'm in projects for. I need levels to book, and obviously things are kind of sorted out into sort of categories of stuff for boots specific, leg specific, chest, mending, unbreaking, and all that good stuff. And yeah, so what? Let's drop these chests off. Now, I haven't got any major food production. So I mean, I've got potatoes and I've got carrots, but they aren't really going to sustain us very well. So I need to work on a cow and a sheep farm. And probably a pig, if I can find one, would be quite handy. So I've kind of earmarked this area here. That's going to contain like the farms for, so getting my steaks and leather out of cows and wool and stuff from sheep and stuff. And I still need to mine some obsidian to get that back up. But yeah, so we finished mostly the pumpkin farm, which is chugging along quite nicely. We've expanded our melon patches now as well, so we're producing a lot more melons. So we can kind of alternate between selling pumpkins, selling melons, and then max out all the farmers on that, and then wait a minute, and then go back and do it again. So that's chugging along quite merrily, but I need to finish off the fire escape, so this is going to carry on being enclosed. And then we've got to work on the outer shell. Now, I've been toying with some ideas, and I think I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that this is going to end up looking like a block of flats anyway. So if any of you guys are like from the UK or whatever, and you know what a set of council flats were like back in the 70s, that are obviously still up and still being used, they've kind of got this very, this sort of look to them. So I'm kind of thinking maybe to like run acacia wood like up. So what I've done is put acacia wood logs going upwards, and then we've used dark oak for the beams across. And then I had some white stained glass and some regular pane glass, so I've kind of slapped them in as to see. I'm kind of preferring the white ones. I'm not sure on the balcony. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Maybe in a different color, but I don't know what color to use. Obviously that like I've used acacia wood steps in the back to sort of, you know, inverted, so it kind of adds a little bit of depth to the back of the build. Not that you're really going to see it up, but yeah. So I mean, what's your thoughts? Any ideas that I could build? I'm kind of struggling. I'm going to put like a nice little sort of area up at the top. You know, for like viewing and like, you know, just a little viewing area. And obviously this staircase is extremely temporary. This was something I threw together when I was moving the villagers about. So, and I've kind of earmarked this. Actually, I wanted to know. I'll tell you what. Let's quickly whiz back down here. And that. So I'm going to enclose all of this, and then we'll put like some windows or something at the ends of the stairwells, let some light in, and actually make the torches a little bit more even. I have literally just thrown them everywhere at the minute. But yes, so this is the top. So there's going to be like a fence all the way around, and we're going to put some seats and some tables up here, and it'll be a nice little like chill out area. You can see the farms and everything from up here. So yeah, so over there is going to be like the cow and sheep farmy bit. I'm kind of thinking that maybe the super smelter, I just really don't want to fall off the edge. The super smelter might go like down there, possibly. Or I could even just take the sugarcane out, move the sugarcane somewhere else, maybe put the sugarcane like over there, and then put the super smelter like in that block. And then the plan is, I think I'm going to make the entrance to my new mine is going to be in here. So we're going to like dig all this bit out, flatten it all off, and then make like a nice mine entrance in there. And then my castle is going to kind of go up here somewhere. So probably in that area over there. I don't know. Chas seems to be looking to build it, or at least help. So I don't know. We'll have to sort of like work out what will be best in the opinion. But I kind of want it up here somewhere. So we've got like views of the other mountains and all of that distance over that way. And yeah, so that's my plans for so far. I need to work on putting. I need to be rebuild an XP bank. So I've left the old XP bank back at my old base for the other people to use, and the new one I might put there, or possibly there. Might sort of dig this area out a bit. Kind of want to spread stuff out, but I also need it to be sort of relatively close. So when I AFK, not only does my XP bank work, but my pumpkin farm works, and the super smelter will be working. So like I can just AFK overnight, and everything will be working as I want it to. But yeah, so that is the plan. Obviously, if anyone has got any suggestions over what to do with the front of this building, you know, please feel free to let me know. You know, obviously, if you want to jump in the Discord, you can sort of send me some pictures through there if you want, of some ideas of what to do. I was kind of toying with the idea of putting a water elevator like on the other side of this as well. So there's like steps up one side, and then like this side there'll be like a water elevator coming up, and then another one coming down. Possibly like with like glass on the outside. So I think I'd have to build the shell up first and then put the water elevator in, and then surround it by glass. I think that would probably be best. Maybe? I don't know. So I think that's pretty much it for the episode. I think there's probably been a few more jump cuts in here than normal, but to be honest, there wasn't really any point doing a fast forward thing because it was literally me just traveling up and down train lines and building a crappy block tunnel and just adding like another, I think like 2 layers, I think, to this. And yeah, that was it. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please, by all means, leave a like and subscribe if you do like it and want to see some more. Don't forget to come and follow me on Twitch. I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And that's it from me, guys. I'm out. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.